Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave. I am so excited to share with you these super crazy simple cards that I made using the English Garden printed paper, or DSP as we call it with Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper, because that's fancy. Anyway, I love how simple these cards are. They're just really, really easy, and I use just a few supplies, so I think you're going to like them too. So first of all, let me show you the basic concept. Actually, I'm going to do this one because this is the picture I have on my blog. So this is just, first of all, gorgeous paper. We've had it for almost a year now, and I'm really just actually diving into it just now. And I've used it a couple times a little bit, but I love it. It's so pretty. So let me show you how I used the paper and how the card came together, because like I said, it's really simple. So in an effort to keep things really simple, all of my card bases are crumb cake cardstock, and it's just kind of a neutral cardstock that really goes with all the different papers that come in the pack. And I've pretty much highlighted all of them. I think there's only like maybe one or two pieces I haven't shown. Anyway, the piece of printed paper I have right here is 3.5 by 4 3/4. So I can actually even write that down for you so that you can jot it down. I'm just trying to find, here we go, a Sharpie. So 3.5 by 4 3/4. Okay, and then the layer is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. And I know you're thinking to yourself, seriously, with all those fractions, but it's not that hard. All that means is it gives me a nice skinny strip of cardstock instead of a big fat one. Since this is already a pretty big piece of printed paper, I wanted the layer to just be a little bit poking out. And I really like that look too. I do it with black all the time. Anyway, back to my card. Now this piece of printed paper, the larger one, is going to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And so that is just shy of a card. And then the card, of course, is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Whoops, sorry, that's a goofy too. 5 1/2 folded. There we go. Okay, so do you like that? Okay, I put it on there. All nice and easy. And since I wrote it down, you have enough time to write it down, right? Okay, I'll leave it right here in case you want to jot it down. Anyway, the card is, like I said, is just super simple, but let me show you basically how I put it together. Okay, so here is my printed paper, the 3.5 by 4 3/4, and look at how gorgeous this is. Oh, I love it. And then, okay, so actually I need to show you something. Have you ever noticed? So this is the pack of printed paper. Ooh, pretty, lovely. But in the packs of our printed paper, did you know that they show the coordinating colors of cardstock? They used to just be in the catalog, but now they printed them on the package of cardstock. And if you are bilingual, you can read it in French, German, or Japanese. I personally prefer English, but sometimes I think it's kind of funny to read them in the other languages. Like, I literally can't read any of these words, or those for that matter. But anyway, I think it's just kind of funny. It's really nice, though, that those coordinating colors are listed on there, so then I know exactly what colors do work with my paper. So the funny thing is, when I first saw this, I was thinking, oh, that's Lost Lagoon. But then when I brought a piece of Lost Lagoon up to the card, I was like, oh, no, it's not. And then I realized it is, in fact, the Night of Navy. And what's really neat about these is these papers, like many of our other watercolor looking papers, are actually designed by a watercolor artist who literally watercolored these designs on a paper. Sometimes it's not the full 12 by 12. Maybe she does just like a small design and then they fit it to the 12 by 12 sheet. But it's so cool because this is literally came from somebody's watercoloring. That is what I call talent. I personally prefer, oh, here's another cool one. I personally prefer the coloring in of stamped images because I can't actually make such pretty things like that. And before you all start saying, oh, yes, I could. Yeah, well, there's a reason why I stamp and don't draw. Okay, Now I'm going to take my paper and just adhere it to my layer. And again, my layer is the 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, which gives me that nice, super skinny strip. I think it's just a really cute peak of color, which is lovely. Then I am using this neat, this, you can see this is also watercolored. Now this I probably can do, but it's a really pretty design and it coordinates so nicely with kind of the background images in this paper. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let me get to put my card together because this is supposed to be super quick and easy. Now, the other thing I did was when I first was making this card, I was trying to pull in something that would kind of coordinate with this really natural, floral, pretty, whatever you want to call it, look. And I was having trouble because, oh, sorry, I just realized my scarf is getting in the way. I apologize. I was trying to get something that would coordinate with that. And so I first went to my burlap ribbon and actually, I'll show you, I even was cutting it in half and trying to get it to work and it just did not work. But then I looked in my drawer and I have this awesome chevron natural ribbon, which I love, love, love. Is that right? Is this right? I don't know. Well, we're doing it this way. Not sure if this is the top or the bottom. Oh, it's so pretty. But I pulled out this natural chevron trim. And what I love about this is it's kind of subtle. So it's not really in your face about it, but there's a back side that you can use too. So for instance, on this big design card, I think the chevron pattern looks great. It's kind of an interesting go-between pattern. But I think on this card, I'm going to use the back side where there's no printing just because there's already, I don't know, I think this is a little too busy. So let me show you what that looks like. I am going to cut the flag end. By the way, did you know that if you fold your ribbon in half and cut on the diagonal, you will get a perfectly even thingy, banner, flag, whatever you want to call that. And if you're cutting this ribbon and you want to line it up on the banner, all you got to do is, well, first of all, fold it in half straight. Crooked does not work. That's personal experience talking for you. You're welcome. Okay, there. And then look, it's perfect on the pattern. You always get clever tips from Dina. You're welcome. Okay, so I'm just going to adhere this to my card. I'm going to put a little dab down here and then just a straight line going across. And I don't want to cover up too much of that gorgeous flower because it's just so pretty. And now I'm thinking maybe I should have done it the other way, but it's okay. I can just make another card, right? Okay, I will trim off the edge of my ribbon right here. And then I'm just going to take one of my scraps, my famous scraps for a greeting. You know, I always have these. And I'm going to, actually, all of these cards I've been using the stamp set A Dozen Thoughts. And I love this because it's really a fun set with a lot of different greetings. And so let's put one on here. What do you think? Well, actually, let's get down to what's clean. Okay. I think I can get away with this. This is a little dirty, but I'm using a darker color, so it's okay. Don't you like how I justified that? Okay, so normally when I film videos, my daughter is in her bedroom, which is right next to my office, and she always is kind of giggling. In fact, she's told me before she's waited to flush the toilet, because on the other side of my office is the bathroom. She's waited to flush the toilet until I'm done filming. She told me that yesterday, and I thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, but she just texted me. She got her very first detention, that little stinker. I'm so kind of mad at her, but I'm kind of laughing, and I don't know how hard I should be on her. She's a good kid. She never gets detention. Ah. So I can say that because she's not here. She would be mortified if she knew I was saying that. But none of you guys know her. I mean, I talk about her. She's so sweet. Ugh. Oh, well, it's a rite of passage. You got to get through it, right? Okay, now I am stapling on here, and now I'm kind of thinking I probably shouldn't have, because this is a classy card, and classy cards don't always need the staples, but we're putting it on there. Why not? A friend of mine made this really funny card recently, speaking of classy. This is so funny. His name is Justin. He's actually on the design team. He organized that this project is going for the stamping paper challenge blog. So anyway, Justin made this card with Peeps. It was a stamp from another company. And, you know, like Peeps for Easter, those kind of Peeps, marshmallow Peeps. And he was trying to put crystal effects over the top of them so that they'd be shiny. And the black eyes in the Peeps just like ran all over. And so he said it was a Tammy Faye Peep. Oh my gosh. I don't know why. I just thought that was funny. Classy, right? Okay. Anyway, I hope I've made you giggle today. Oh my gosh. It's kind of funny. I was thinking, what story could I tell today? But I didn't really have any. So that is just life with Dina. I got to tell you, I hope you like these cards. Please go to my blog and you can check out all the details as well as the supplies that I used. And remember, when you order through my online store, you become a Creativity Cave VIP, and I would so love having you as part of my VIP program. I've got great perks. All the details are, like I said, on my blog. Thank you so much for stamping with me today, guys. Have a great day. Happy stamping. Bye.